All right, welcome back, Cloud Cadets. In this one, we're going to do that whole chain for the main, but this should at least go quicker because we might not need to cover every little detail. And here we won't have automation for our main branch. But let's see. Let's start with the important. We know that we'll need an app service for the main one. So I'll go to resource groups here. Cloud Cadets resource group. We have our dev there. We're gonna need to create a one for main. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna click on app service here. I'm gonna create a web app. It's gonna be pretty much the same. We select our existing resource group. I'm gonna call it Cloud Cadets backend, and then we'll have maybe I'll just have it like that. Doesn't need anything after that. Remove that. And then I'll select .NET 8, Linux, Sweden. For me, that is the closest to me. And here I don't want to use the same plan. We could, but I want to separate because maybe in the future I want to upscale or downscale, and I don't want it to affect that one. So I'm going to create a new one. Cloud Cadets backend plan. So there's a shorthand since it doesn't have dev. And everything as default, we don't need to change that. Actually, was one thing I want to see on monitor secure. Could I select another one? I mean, I could create a new one. Or I could use no, let's use a separate one. Review and create. Great. And while this is running, no rush, we can go work on our pipelines. So pipelines here. Let's go to all. We have our build and publish there. Just click it and then copy the name. I'm going to go back, new pipeline, classic editor. And this one will be for main. Continue. We go down here to ASP.NET Core. We select our agent, Ubuntu latest. Remember, we disable our test because we have no tests at the moment. We'll look into doing that for another video. We'll give it a name. I'll paste in the old one, but I'll say main. And you can name this whatever you want, whatever helps you. I'm just complicating my life. Save and save. And right, we forgot about the trigger. How does this get triggered? To click on the trigger, we enable this. Any changes to main should trigger this one. Save again. Bam. We go here. All looks good. We have a main there. We go to the releases. Now we create a new one, and we can copy this name. Well, you don't like that editor, so I'm going to click new here, new release pipeline. And remember, Azure App Service Deployment, apply. You can say deploy to main or production even. App Service, it's easier. Or maybe because it's still say main. What have I done to myself? Add an artifact. Here, you see easily by the naming convention, it's the main build publish. And that's by default. Add. And now, how does this get triggered? We add this here, enable. And we want this to trigger only when the main branch, when it's a new release, a new build has been released, and only if it was with main. Click here, click here. Remember our connection that we created, our service connection. We want web app on Linux. And here we see that that one is created already, which I'm sure it is. Yes, go to resource, it's all right. And configuration. We'll see if we need to change anything. I don't think so, but we'll see. Make things interesting. And that's done. And here, remember, we want to select Azure Pipelines and Ubuntu latest. And we click here, everything looks good. And the name, let's not forget that, backend main release. Save. And now we can go back to release. I think everything is in place. Let's see here. I think, yeah, we have all that. We can now go to our repos. branches. We see this one is 2 behind the dev. So let's create a pull request. New pull request. And here from dev to main. Add latest changes. Terrible name. Don't judge me. Great. I'll approve. We'll let this. We can wait so we can complete this at our own time. In the meantime, how about we clean up our local environment in case we work on this in the future? We can remove that. We don't need it. No changes here. Let's look at our branches. Let's check out to our main. We remove this feature branch that we already removed from there. Remember, if we fetch here, these won't be updated, but we can deal with that soon. Let's go back here. This should be done. Let's complete. And you see, we don't want to delete them after merging, and this is handled because we have a branch policy as well. Complete. Merging. Great. You go to pipelines. Now the build publish is running, and while that is running, you can go back here. We want to remove those, so let's open our new terminal. Where was the terminal? Tools, command line, developer command prompt, and let's type git prune. Oh, sorry, git fetch -- prune. Clean up those unused branches that are deleted in the robots. Oi, a lot cleaner now. There we go. And we're in the main branch. Let's go back here. This should be done anytime soon. And remember now, this will all be automated because we didn't turn off the continuous deployment trigger. If we look here, this should be running. Now it's deploying. If I edit, we see we added this one. But we could have disabled this one, which we will after this is done. But we just want a production app service out there, so we have both. But future reference, we could have turned this off. So we can only do this manually, or we'll even have can even add a schedule. Here, I mean, schedule here. So this would only happen perhaps 4 a.m. in the morning, as I said, when only me and a handful of cavemen are awake. Everyone else asleep. So only this when a new build and at a time. Now let's go back to our release pipelines. This is soon complete, I think. Yep, we already downloaded it. Now it's being deployed. And you saw we didn't touch the configuration this time because we want to see what happens. I don't think anything will happen, but you never know. But Swagger will not work because we had set the environment to production as it is by default. And that is intended. And while this is done, we don't need to touch anything here. I can actually close this. Let's see, what else can we talk about? How have your days been? Oh, and it's done. Great. And perhaps this won't be as quick, or maybe it will be. Let's open this. Nope. Sad weather forecast. And we see the link is different. We don't have that -dev. And we can open the log stream. See how far off we are to have this deployed. Initializing, I guess. Two years later. Well, not as quick as I hoped. let's go look at the resource groups. Cloud Cadets resource group looks nice. Some naming conventions can be improved, of course, but at least we know that's a dev one and this one is the production one. And we see here we're connected, application started, but I don't think it has handled the last one. Environment set to production. I think it's still loading. B1s are pretty slow, sadly. But once they're up and running, they are pretty decent for APIs. And there we see. This is what we see. This has to be done every time it's started. We're soon there. I will soon be allowed to go to sleep. Now listening. Great. Oh, it lied to me. After this part, as we've seen when we run it locally. There we have it. Nice. And let's see. Swagger. HTML. Negative. And there we have it. Now we have dev and production released. And it's not perhaps often that you redeploy a main, perhaps more often on dev. But when working, for example, in Agile, we want to deliver business value as quick as possible. And that means having a production deployment up and ready. So for our case, we would be digitalizing our web shop. We have now set up our backend API. Now we might do the same for our front end. And initially, before the web shop is in place, at least we could show our product catalog and all the products that are available in the store. You know, a lot of people, before they go to store, they see if the product is in the inventory, in stock. If not, they don't go. But if it is, then they'll go. So that's the first goal, to deliver business value as quick as possible. And then you might work with the next thing. But we want something deployed as quick as possible. And that's it for this video. Until next uplink, cadets.